what's going on, everyone? This is Sheets, and we're going to be doing a live sweat for this evening. And you never know what you're going to end up sweating here, because I mean, I thought that was going to be going over the baseball stuff, and the NBA was going to be long over. But after that, just totally wild end to the fourth quarter, we actually have to deal with this overtime here. I mean, so I got my Knicks going. I have to root, but I did say I would come on here at 11, so it's now 130 to 129 Indiana. For those of you that didn't see, all I can say is just wow. Oh my God, Indiana's going to win after all this. Let's see. No. Okay, still 130, 129, 155 to go. As you look at my terrible baseball lineup on the other side. So what we're going to do is wind down the rest of this NBA game, get some play-by-play here. Brunson, get down. Nope, no good. And then after that, we're going to take a look at the baseball lobbies, and then we'll do a live lineup build of both the PGA Classic slate and also the PGA Showdown slate. And then if we have time, we'll also do um, a tennis lineup build as well. Just stuff to do before I crash. But I don't even know what to say about the end of this Pacer game, this fourth quarter. This was just crazy. And Halliburton makes the choke sign to thinking that he made a three to win the game, and it turns out his foot was on the line. So we'll see if that comes back to get him. So right now it's like 130 to 130, with 144 to go. May as well pull up the. See, I'm not even doing that well in the showdown either, so there's nothing really to sweat for me. We'll take a look at the lobbies just for the fun of it, and then we'll do some live lineup builds. But let's see. So 131, 130. Niemhart bringing the ball up, guarded by Cat for some reason. I don't know how they got that switch. Mid-range, bad two, no good. I think it's off of Siakam, no, staying here. Siakam's ball. I mean, Indiana ball, 131, 130. That's off of, I guess it's off of Hart. It's pretty close. So maybe they would take a look at it. Guess not. Okay, inbound, and Halliburton gets it back. He's just kind of unstoppable once he gets this head of steam. So he gets kind of a pick. He goes right past Bridges, takes some contact, and finishes strong in Hart's face. So 132, 131 Indiana. Brunson's bringing it up. Just to show you again what this looks like. The showdown slate's a disaster. He fell down, but they called a foul, I think. So let's just see who's actually winning the showdown slate. This guy's got a single lineup. I like that. I got to root for him. Oh no, he's not going to win. You got to root for the guy with the unique lineup, with Payne, 2.9%. God, they can't root for these guys chopping 24,000. It just can't happen. But I guess these guys all have Neesmith as the captain. This one's got Towns as the captain. But I don't think this guy's got Brunson. That's the problem. So 132, 132. Mitch Robb coming back into the game. And again, after this NBA is over, what we're gonna do is we'll take a quick look at the MLB lobbies. If you don't have the Blue Jays, you lose, I guess. So I'm not particularly live in anything. You got everything in the eighth inning or whatever. So anyway, deal with that. So inbound two, let's say Niemhart, down 1, minute 4. This is a hell of a way to start the freaking series, huh? Oh my God, he goes right by him, into the corner, swings it. Halliburton steps to the left, shoots. No good, but rebound jam by Obi Toppin coming back to Madison Square Garden, where he was drafted. 134, 133 Indiana, 45 seconds to go. Brunson will not be giving this up, I don't believe. He's calling for a clear out, and he gets it right to the rim. So he made a floater, and that's totally Halliburton's fault on defense. Halliburton turned to the right and pointed away, took his eye off of the play for 2 seconds, and that's what left Brunson able to get past it. So now it's Knicks up 1, 28 seconds to go. Oh my God, amazing pass from Halliburton and Nembhard for the layup, 136, 135. And is that Nembhard? No, yeah, that was Nembhard. So it's Knicks down 136, 135, 26.7 seconds to go. And I'm not violating any copyright laws, right? I'm not showing the game or anything like that. Just giving straight up play-by-play. And then we'll see. So let's take a look at the showdown again. Let's see what's happened here. Yeah, all these choppers. Looks like the choppers are in good shape here. Can't root for the choppers, though. But it looks as though the choppers are in good shape. You never know. So, well, the Knicks ball. So anybody that's sitting behind in the captain, these are all Nesmith captains. Nesmith captain, Nesmith captain. These guys are all choppers. I mean, all these guys chopping from in ninth place here. Oh God, brutal. How many way chop is this? Oh, and I'm part of it. This is great. So I have this stupid lineup. It's a 135 way tie for ninth. We can't root for ourselves here. There's just no way. This is a terrible, terrible lineup. If we're legitimately going to be a 90, well, more than that, 126 way chop for ninth. Well, it's good. We're 3.25 behind. We have no chance anyway, so that's good. Wouldn't be able to show my face at the water cooler with that one. So here we go. 136, 135. I kind of get off of this because I don't want the DraftKings to show up before I see this. All right, inbounds to Towns. Towns guarded by Toppin. Dribble handoff. Over to Brunson. Oh my God, he may have lost it off his foot. It looks as though they might be trying to look at this, the replay. I don't know if they can. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm not sure, but I bet you that was off Brunson the way, what's his name, reacted. Yup, 100%. Nembhard totally tipped it off of Brunson. That is going, if they're allowed to review it, as 100% going to be Indiana ball. And Nembhard totally caught it. I mean, I presume they can review this, right? This is like elite defense by Nembhard with the back to the ball, back to the pass, just like they teach it in freaking third grade CYO, just like that deny hand out there. Those of you who played basketball, remember they would teach you to do that? Like when you're in help or whatever, when you're off ball to like play with that deny hand out, never thinking that you'd ever actually make contact with the ball if the ball came over there. This is why you do that. Completely got this, and he put it off of Brunson, and it's going to be Indiana basketball. Wow, that is harsh. But we will make sure of that in a moment. So we'll just see. I'm going through the end of this game, Bobby. This is just insanity. There's Bobby's going to be here in a second, I guess. I got to put him in here. Bobby, I guess he's in there somewhere. But yeah, so we're taking us to the end of this freaking game, which is just bananas. That's the best I can describe this. And it's 100% going to be off of Brunson. Yep. Oh, right off of that finger. So brutal. I can't believe they have a best 4 out of 7. They have to play 7 games like this. This is nuts. Just absolutely nuts. So we shall see. So they're going to have to foul and then do it down 3, I guess. We'll see. So I don't know if you guys are ahead of me, behind me, whatever it is, but Nembhard inbounds the ball, gets it back. It's a pretty quick. Oh, and Toppin goes in for the jam. Okay. Did he get fouled too? No way. Is this a foul also? No. Oh, did he get him on the back? He got him on my sound on, so he certainly did. That's 100% an and one, right? I don't know what they called, but it's a I mean, I hope they. I mean, I don't hope anything. He's definitely an and one. This is just like incredible mood swings here. Oh my God, what a finish! Back in Madison Square Garden. Obi Toppin IMO. Just crazy. So he's gonna. They didn't call foul? You got to be kidding me.
Bridges coming over right there. I don't know if the defense coming.
Dude, how's that not a foul?
That's 100% an and one. That's got to be.
Of course.
I don't even understand.
I don't even get that at all. They can't review that.
Like, that's ridiculous.
That's like. I mean, and I was mentioning Obi Toppin coming back to Madison Square Garden where he got drafted to do that.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God,
Christ.
This is just an incredible game.
Unbelievable.
I mean, how does Halliburton not get punished for doing the premature choke sign?
I know.
It's crazy. And Brunson and Nembhard with that, or with an incredible deny getting off of Brunson.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just nuts. So all right, so let's see.
But those 5 threes late by Nesmith is.
I mean,
this game was over.
So over, and we talked about this, right? How many times?
There was like 50 seconds left.
Yeah.
And they're up 9.
So Knicks are not going to go anything for 2. They're just going to go for 3. Brunson for 3, like total air ball. Ooh, but out Cat for 3. Oh, brick! You got to be kidding me. Bridges 2-1, no good, not enough. Oh my God, they had such good looks. Oh my God, good game. Wow. They got, first of all, not the greatest look for Brunson, but Cat totally is supposed to get that close. And then, just brutal. Well, they're gonna drag this out, but this is over. Oh, that stinks. That's a tough one to recover from, Mister.
Jesus, man.
That's a real tough one to recover from. They were what were they? They were up 16 with a minute and a half or something.
Yeah, there was like 9 with 50 seconds. I think.
Right. With a shot clock with a 24-second shot clock, and how you just and I know that, like, you know, the other team is good, they get paid and all that stuff. You just can't lose in that situation.
It's crazy.
And that's like the 30th example in these playoffs, I think, where a team had literally like 99.999% winning chances and lost.
This has got to go down as, no matter what, certainly if they lose the series, one of the worst losses in Knicks history.
In like NBA history.
I mean,
like, it's like, but considering like the Knicks history, like you said, and all that stuff.
That's crazy.
I mean, they haven't even. Yeah, there you go, All-Star. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's it. There it is. And they got to play in 2 days. Are you kidding? Remember last year they lost to the Pacers because they like ran out of players. Remember?
Yeah.
They played their guys 54 minutes a game the whole season, and they completely just got injured. They couldn't play anymore.
Jesus.
Let's see that. Yeah, they're just gonna. Yep, right over there. Good game. Wow. So, right. So as I was saying before, for me, there's not a lot to talk about as far as baseball goes because I didn't have the Blue Jays.
I did.
Oh, so you got any none, you didn't have the right other stuff? Okay.
No, it was a 4-man, but it was a weird Blue Jay stack too that got there. Like it was, I don't know. Yeah, not enough other stuff.
Yeah, nothing good baseball for me. So what I was gonna do is I'll take a quick look at the freaking lobby and see who was fortunate. I think Shady Advice was doing in the big buy-in, I think. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do some golf stuff because I promised I would. So let's just see. So the walk-off homer, I'm pretty sure Shady had the lead like the whole day. Yeah, I mean he's got. Whoa, but Sully Bro chill with freaking 1 million minutes left. Oh my God. Let's see what this guy has. Okay, sure. The Gausman and the McGill, of course, with getting 4 2/3 innings, 24 fantasy points. Sure, why not? Um,
I'll be
and
back one sec. Sorry.
yeah, so Sully Bro Chill's got all this, and he's got all kinds of innings left with these A's, with these Angels. So it looks as though, well, I mean, it's not a lock. I mean, Shady Advice has, it's just too much. Let's see. Let's just see. Yeah, maybe. I guess some of these don't have the Blue Jays really. Oh, Adele just hit one. Let me see. Well, here he is, Adele for Shady. Like he needed it. So yeah, so both these guys had Adele.
Did Adele hit one out?
He did. So these guys are in good shape, but so many guys with these innings left. So let's recap. Finally, a terrible loss by the Rangers too, dude.
Yeah.
That was really bad for us.
Yeah, that was.
And Crochet just could. The Mets are just too tough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He didn't have like one clean inning.
Yeah.
But Gausman was great, and who else was really good? DeGrom was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not for me. Basically, what we said would happen. But here you play DeGrom and Crochet, like all these guys you fit. You just do it.
Yeah.
But that's for someone smarter than me, I guess.
I mean, it was also, but other than that, it was the chalk, and then it was Dustin May is actually looking pretty good too right now.
Oh, he's doing well. That's good for him at least.
He got 20 in the 5th.
Okay. Okay, so I want to do something different. So what I want to do is I want to build like my showdown slates and show people kind of how I do that. I did do the projections, and I put them up there. And this is like a decision that I make. So for the showdown slate, what I do is when I upload everything, I do create my own field lineups. I called it Sheets 8. And then what you do when you do that is you have to go into contests, and then you change like this thing right here where it says field lineups. See, normally it would say SaberSim ownership sources, and you have your choices between all these back tested ones, whatever. But for whatever reason, there's certain sports that I just like doing this for, that I kind of trust my ownerships a little bit more than SaberSim for this particular format. So and essentially there are 2 sports that I do that for, and both of them I'm building here today. I'm going to do golf and tennis. So when I do golf and tennis, do the same thing. I'm just going to replace that. So then what we do is now we make our builds, and when we tell it what to sim, it's simming against that field. And then what ends up happening, so check this out. I'll show you my exposures in the in the showdown. I actually have 0 of Scotty in the showdown. Which is fine, honestly, because first of all, I have 50% of him in the classics, and the showdown being the most volatile, he's $4,000 more.
There's no reason you don't need to do it.
Yeah. So I have 0 of him, and I have him projected at like 42% ownership. So that's my stand. You know what I mean? So that's my stand there. And just to show you who else I have, I mean, just, all kinds of these guys like Novak, McNeely, Griffin, Aaron Rye, just like nothing particularly earth shattering, but which you don't need once you go full fade of Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah. You're going to end up with some of it anyway,
Right.
Like Bud Colley or something.
Yeah.
At 11% might hit for you.
Okay. The one thing I didn't do yet was the the classic slate one. So I'm going to build that one live. I did the showdown one already. I just wanted to show you who I had. So let's build the classic ones, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to use the most recent fields that I created, Now, again, you don't have to do this, okay? And I, in fairness, I've been kind of very cold in DraftKings Golf Classic, so I am trying different things, kind of like to a fault. So you don't have to do this. I mean, you can just go ahead and stick, you use the SaberSim contest, because you know what I can do. So this is actually what I'm going to do. So you go into contests, and I'm going to actually identify a different one for each thing. So for the lottery, I am going to use my own, but for the other ones, I'm going to use like the SaberSim ones. Like for signature hole, I'm going to do their high stakes MME, because I have a feeling that my ownerships are not particularly suited to that particular contest, So I'll let SaberSim kind of dictate those. So, and do the flagship 20 max for the, what's called ball four? No, the the par four. So let's build these with those in mind, and we'll see who we end up with. And this is probably going to be the last build I make. So, Will Zalatoris, do we know this? He was out. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Okay. At least I'm not getting any of them. Okay, that's the good news. I don't know what Thibodeau says to these guys. You know what he says? He said, you know what he should say? Say, sorry guys, this is my fault. And that's legitimately just a coaching error, I think. If you lose by 15, if you lose a 15-point lead, I really don't even blame the player.
I don't even know what player we're blaming exactly. It's
that's what I'm saying.
Indiana's done this so many times. This is like the most. I mean, literally like the three most improbable games all in the last like week and a half.
Okay, so we go ahead and I go into autofill, and you see that I have it ranked by fee here. So when it sims against all of these contests, it's going to do it in order, so that the more if a lineup is going to sim well in all four of those contests, then the first one it's going to put it into is the signature hole. So we did that, and as I mentioned before, I'm not playing FanDuel because they're not letting me. Okay, so let's see who I actually end up with. So we'll go into contests, and then we'll go into lineups. And yeah, so I actually have 53% Scheffler, but it looks like the one that I have the most leverage on is Eric Cole. I have 23% Eric Cole. So that's my deal. And dude, you got to be with me on this.
I'm with you on Cole, by the way.
Yeah, but look at my third highest owned one is.
Valimaki, let's go.
Let's go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like fourth is Berger, Chalk, whatever. But then Jordan Spieth, who I don't think I've ever played in a tournament. Mm-hmm. So I kind of like it. I'm with the field on Scheffler, but then I have these other dudes.
Yeah.
So I kind of like that.
Yeah, it makes sense.
What do you think you're doing in golf?
I got my highest owned. Let's just see. Scheffler, I have 35% of. I have 26% Harmon. That's a big difference versus the projected ownership. 24% Berger, 22% Bhatia. I have no idea why people aren't playing him. And Ben Griffin, I have 20% of. Then I have like Ryan Gerard, Fleetwood, Siwoo Kim, Valimaki, Norlander, Lucas Glover. But I have like guys like like most of my guys are under 10% on projected. So we'll see.
Yeah, we will, right? Okay, so as I mentioned, I will show everybody how I do this, like for tennis. It's pretty much a very similar process to what I do with golf, really. So let's just make sure I have this. What happened to my? Did I not? I didn't even build this yet. Okay, fine. So I'm gonna do this right now. Hold on a minute. The screen. Let's see. Tennis 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can't actually show you how I build the tennis projections, but I will do them off in the side. And tennis, again, I don't know why this is, but the ownership projections of I don't say I don't want to trash on SaberSim really, but they're not that great really at picking up the contest field. So when I make my changes, I do find that I'm just closer. What can I tell you? And they get better. And what's weird, I guess it's not weird. Tennis as a point projection is one of the easiest sports to project, really. So most sites even, and when I could do tennis on my own now, everybody's like really close because it's really just a matter of win odds. There's very little adjustments for ranges of outcomes and stuff like that. So it's really not that difficult. But for some reason, ownership is like all over the place. And I guess everybody's just trying to level themselves, I suppose. But let's just see. So let's, I forgot to do what I was going to do. So again, whenever you upload a custom field that you want to, save as a custom field, you have to save it as something. So here, let's save as, Sheets 4444. We'll do this. And now it's going to build like a field based on my ownership projections. And then when I build my lineups, it's going to, use that field to compare my lineup builds to. And I will just, again, I'm not saying this is right or wrong. I'm just sharing my observations is that for me, this process has just done much better. I mean, when I say much better, it gets me, unique lineups that project well. And just seem to be in contention for first, when these things hit. So listen, we talked about this earlier when I was not bragging, when I was saying that, yesterday, this early slate was pretty good to me. I cashed for a little bit, I don't want to hear it. I don't really want to cash for a little bit. I think if you cash for a little bit too often, you're probably playing bad. And I didn't give that comment enough credit. I mean, that's sort of true, like, if you play like a whole bunch of lineups and then you're like, I'm cashing in like 2/3 of them and winning like no money, like it's probably not, you're probably not playing so great. So one of the things that I've been I'd like to say was part of my process, but I guess I've kind of run real well with this is I've run really, really well with my avoiding like coming in like 9th to 14th, like I've gotten so many freaking firsts relative to the amount of like 14ths I get. And you could say that that's kind of like just running good, but I'd like to think that if you do your simming right and you pick your players right in like trying to get first, that you're going to get that type of distribution more often. So we will pretend that's the case. So let's, again, whenever you do a custom field, you have to go into contests and change this to, and again, for tennis, I could do for both actually. So for both these contests, we'll go back into here. And again, when you'll know that I don't say your process is sound when you almost like forget like what sport you're playing. You know what I mean? Like I'm clicking these buttons, I'm building lineups, and I'm running the sims, and I'm uploading my lives. Like, wait, what sport do these guys play? You know what I mean? Like,
oh my God. I can't believe you could focus on this right now. I'm like totally still lost in this game. This was such a crazy game.
Oh, the Nick game?
Yeah, like I had to watch some of the little posts speak just because I was just like, that's like the craziest thing I've ever.
It's just ridiculous. Is what
I literally was turning it off and changing it, and then,
I was texting Stacey about the game's over, Knicks win. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So let's see. So again, same thing as before. We will put the bigger buy-in on top, and we will run the sims here if it didn't already. See, it might have. Again, there's a setting here where it's auto run sims, which is what I usually do. And again, same thing. Go into autofill, and then go down here. Pretty weak. Oh wait, so here are the highlights. So I want to see what the score was for real, like down the stretch here. And I just literally forgot. I mean, I thought the game was just over. You know what I mean? And it's like I never learned my lesson, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how you're supposed to know. I mean, I don't even know what the hell. Like, that's just that was weird. That would have been really weird for like a college game, but like for an NBA game, that's like super weird.
And what is okay? You want to blame some players? Like, how was OG Anunoby like bricking free throws? Like
Yeah.
And then Halliburton just dribbles it all the way back out like Reggie Miller. And the ball flies up into the air like Kawhi.
I know. What the? I mean,
And then the premature choke sign. I mean, so, okay. So just so you guys know, my exposures in tennis, this is the same thing. I mean, the same thing as I showed you with the golf. It's going to be Hubert Hurkacz and Jacqueline Christian. This is what 77% of a $6,800 guys. It is what it is. I never screw with the tennis. And even in overtime, dude, I thought the Knicks were just gonna just run away. You know?
I didn't think that they had a chance after that.
Oh, really?
I
Well, they were
really
up
just
four.
thought-
They were up 4, and
I
then
know. I just felt like the game was over at the end of regulation.
Yeah.
Like it just felt like that couldn't happen the way that it happened, and it like even the fact that he dribbled back out, which I would almost like have a problem with. Like
oh my god, that was
he
so
had-
ridiculous.
he had the lane, like he had the angle,
Yep.
and he just decided to do that to try to win it, and he failed, but failed and hit it on the
I mean,
giant.
it's just amazing.
I mean, it's crazy. But the way that it got there too, I just can't believe. Like the game just felt so done.
Yeah.
But that's what you get with this frantic Pacers team, and they're always going to have an advantage
Yep.
in the fourth quarter because they're going to blitz.
Yeah.
You have to play more guys, and you have to do a lot of different things. They're really hard to beat.
And I can't believe they didn't call the foul, and he had one also.
Oh my god, that was terrible too.
But how does that not get reviewed? I mean,
Yeah. I don't know why Towns has a problem too. He was so wide open. Like he has a problem with those wide open ones. He hits the weird ones.
yeah, it
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
even close. You know, like,
Yeah, it was they barely hit the rim.
I mean, like, what could have been a near legendary rebound and kick out by who was that? Was that Hart?
Yeah.
To get the ball over to was it Hart to get the ball over to Cat at the end there?
Yeah. It's always hard on those ones. Well, actually, they have a lot of guys like that. Man, that was Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and there's just literally nothing to say.
And Neesmith, that's just insane. I love Neesmith, but like that was just nuts. I mean, he had 5 threes in 2 minutes.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, and 5 for 5. That's nuts.
Yeah, pretty crazy. So I built my golf. I built my thing. I'm just because I promised I would. I'm gonna build my LOL. Again, same thing. I'll take one more look at the baseball, but I really have not much to say. You know, I'm not really sweating anything, and we saw what happened. It's like that's pretty much the end of the story.
Yeah, the chalk hit, and that's it.
The chalk hit, and that's it. Right? That's about all you can say.
Especially in baseball, like you should always feel good. Like just never being on with what everybody's doing, just because it's always profitable because of the vastly large number that goes in a different direction.
I'll tell you this though. First of all, is this? I mean, this guy this T. Anderson, is that the same Tim Anderson or no?
For the Angels?
No, right?
I think it might be.
That's amazing if this is. Let me click on him. It sure is. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Tim Anderson. I played him at like 5K for the White Sox like every day. Remember that?
Yeah.
He was like the best hitter in baseball for like a month.
He did a couple times.
Yeah.
And he would always steal. He was just no matter what he would run. So you always had like insurance on it.
Well, here's another thing, by the way, that I guess you knew already, but I had to watch to confirm this. Let me tell you who is a full-time like stolen base machine as far as like being able to steal on him. Dude, like Hunter Brown is like,
oh yeah, you can run.
I mean, it's like Little League, like the guy gets the first base, you just give him third. It's kind of insane. And all these Tampa guys were just running rampant on him.
Yeah. By the way, I should mention, I realized that on FanDuel, I went way more like I have Harmon 50%. and I have Batia, and they're like at 50 lineups. I play 100 lineups over there. Jesus.
Yeah,
All
I have the band hammer until tomorrow.
I took this stance on Brian Harman and Batia just because they could win this tournament and it should favor them. They're not in great form, but they're not in great form on totally different courses. So I'm hoping it pays off this week.
Yeah.
We'll see. Sorry.
No, nothing to apologize for.
Wow. They must be so annoying to play.
Who?
Indy.
Yep.
Because they just run, and they have a bunch of physical guys that are also like shooters. Like,
yep.
And it's just everybody can do everything.
Yep. How much did Brian got in the game for a bit, right?
Yeah, he just didn't do much.
And Miles Turner, he wasn't on the court at all, like at the end, right? I mean,
yeah, they had Toppin at the end, but I couldn't remember if he fouled out or not. Like I got so just distracted by the fact that it was still a game.
Yeah, there was a lot of foul trouble in this game.
Yeah.
So let me just see here. Let me do the same thing. I'm just gonna go. And then we'll make sure we have no we don't need these supports.
Josh Hart with his 13 rebounds. I'm just telling you, I said it. We got to always bet his over on rebounds in this type of series until it gets to 10.
Oh, remember that?
Yeah, but he's still that, like in this type of series, you know?
Yep.
He's such a good rebounder.
All right, so let's do this. Same thing. We'll go the Triumphant Warrior up at the top. Same crap. And then we will save the contest and download these. Yeah, so after I do this, I'll do one more just quick sweep of the lobbies, and then I'm just going to kind of get out of here. I got to tell you, it's like I spoke to my friend Jack today, and I'm starting to think about football a little bit, as you were talking about the Survivor Pool stuff.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see. So just to show everybody what, I mean, for those of you watching, literally just for this, the League of Legends stuff, I do like to show what the big buy-in looks like over there. 1 second. Big buy-in, Triumphant Warrior, NIP, and T1. Let me just make sure that he's been playing. He's been playing, which is good news. And that's pretty much all I got. Let me just go back and look at the lobbies one more time. I can't imagine anything good for me is happening. No, that's cashing for 898 is not a good thing, by the way.
Yeah.
That is not good.
Yeah.
So the closest, the best will have 103 points with 14 minutes left. That's not going to work. This one I ended up having to pivot. I had to go to Kovacevic after all that, just because everything else was just so brutal.
Yeah.
Adele with the home run. I have the one Philly that scored 2 fantasy points, and W. Wilson. Yeah, not the. Oh, excuse me, and Alec Baum, 5 fantasy points. East Sosa, 5 fantasy points from 9 runs. It looks like it was all. And this is what's tough. I mean, the guy that scored all the fantasy points, 6,400.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me just look one more time. So in the ball 4, it looks like Shady Advice is doing well, but again, these guys are kind of. Ooh, Shady Advice actually in really good shape in this one because this guy behind him has well, he's got Otani, so always has. He's down 21.
That's tough.
That's tough. This guy's got 19 extra, but it's 27 points. But this game could go off. You know, this Angel game could go whatever, you know. We should really just be playing like everybody. I guess we have been. But all these Oakland home games are just freaking like,
absolutely
like amazing, right?
Yeah. especially with
All right.
these teams.
Yep. All right. I'm gonna get going. Tomorrow, I think I am good tomorrow. I was not gonna be good because I had that charity poker thing, but that got canceled because I promise you right now, the Yankee game tomorrow night is not happening. It's like a nor'easter or something like that tomorrow.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I very much doubt they play. Which
wow.
I don't know if that's good for us or bad for us, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. Okay, sounds good. I will see you guys.